Here across the border in Juarez at the Juarez Migrant Attention Center, presidential candidate Senator Cory Booker currently inside meeting with families of migrants seeking asylum. You can see just meters across the border here from the bridge. You can see it right underneath this little passway, currently waiting on Senator Cory Booker to cross the bridge with migrants seeking asylum. At the Migrant Center, Booker and a team of U.S. lawyers spent hours meeting with the migrants, reviewing their cases with a plan to escort them across the border. At around 3:30 local time, Booker escorted the migrants on a walk through the turnstiles of the Paso del Norte Bridge and onward to meet the CBP officials. Here crossing the border over the El Paso Norte Bridge, behind me you see Senator presidential hopeful candidate Cory Booker crossing the border with a group and of families of migrants. You can see they're making their way as we reach the top of the border here.
My group, please stay on este lado, por favor. Mi equipo en este lado.
It was a very powerful scene as Booker and the migrants marched past CBP officers amongst the chaos of the moving border. As Booker made his way peacefully back into the States, and a day after he released his stance on immigration reform, the walk served as a testament to his platform.
This was a heartbreaking day to hear firsthand from people who are escaping individual terror. I mean, the kind of violence, the kind of targeting, the things that made them leave their countries in the first place, and then the experiences that they're getting when they try to come here and do what is their legal right to present themselves for asylum. Things happening on the border that it's almost as if this president believes you surrender your human rights when you come to our border, as opposed to being a beacon of human rights and human dignity. This is actually a practice that's making us less safe. It's using too much taxpayer dollars, concentrating criminal resources where this should be a civil system that could work much better than it's working right now.
Well, Mr. Cory Booker, you communist Marxist socialist terrorist, quite amazing you went down there and illegally helped them people across the border with your communist lawyers. You illegally helped them into the United States without going through any process. Just all bullshit. Where were you a year ago? 2 years ago? 3 years ago? 5 years ago? You weren't nowhere to be seen. Now all of a sudden you're worried about the immigrants coming across the border. You weren't nowhere to be found a year, 2, 3, 5 years ago, or even 10 years ago. But now that you think you're running for president, you think somebody's going to actually vote for your degenerate communist ass, you're down there making an ass out of yourself and breaking the law. That's right, breaking the law. A U.S. Senator breaking the law. Cory Booker, by illegally helping those immigrants, illegal aliens across the border. You think you're pretty hot shit, don't you? By breaking the law. There's already laws in place if they'd go through them and do it the right way. Instead of trying to skip ahead of everybody else, there's already a process in place, Cory Booker. You're a communist terrorist, Cory Booker. That's exactly what you are, a communist terrorist to this country. You've seen the video, folks. He illegally helped them people across the border. There's already laws in place for getting into this country and applying the right way. Not illegally crossing and holding folders up against their faces, while he comes out here and spreads his lies and bullshit and his rhetoric. Cory Booker, supposed running for president of the United States. He ain't worth a jack diddly shit. Cory Booker, communist, traitor, infiltrator to the United States of America.